Welcome everyone, AdamTheWoo here. Happy Thursday. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's TheDailyWoo, and I'm coming to you from the Orange Circle. It has been a while since we have had a little conversation at the Orange Plaza, which is now what it is called. But I like to call it the Orange Circle. And this bench, we have actually perched ourselves on this bench. It's a very hard word to say when you're not properly caffeinated. Quite a few times have we sat on this, and today we will actually do that again here on this daily vlog. It looks like they're doing something right over there. It looks like they're doing a little construction on that building. And you know there's that Starbucks over in the corner, so I wonder if maybe if Starbucks is expanding? I'm not drinking coffee today. I'm actually consuming a Mountain Dew, a canned version Mountain Dew. I drink so much Mountain Dew and have since I was younger. Not when I was a kid, but as I got into adulthood, I discovered the beauty of Mountain Dew. When I used to work retail, work overnight grocery, stocking shelves, lack of sleep, needing caffeine, I discovered the beauty of Mountain Dew. And not really the caffeine so much, but the taste of Mountain Dew is a majestic and wonderful thing that I have enjoyed for a very, very long time. I do go through phases where I will not drink soda, I'll do the water diet, stuff like that, which I kind of been thinking about doing another, not really a diet so much, but another change of lifestyle where I start to adjust my eating habits a little bit, but more on that in the future. Today I want to talk about updates on my life, and not more importantly than the updates on my life of what I've been up to, but also what the future holds for where I will be. So I guess we could call this updates on where I will be. When I was in Florida last, I did a meetup at Fun Spot in Orlando, which was really cool. There was a lot of people showed up. I did not tally up the total of people, but there were a couple people I was in association with and friends with there, and they said that they think that there was about 125 people, give or take a person or two, that showed up, and that blows my mind. That, you know, I always see the amount of views that these vlogs get and the main channel video gets, and sometimes it's hard to put an actual face with a number. When you see a number, you just think, oh, that can't be real. There really cannot be people watching these vlogs. And then when you go out in public, which I'm always out in public, I'm always out doing something, but when I actually organize like a meetup and people actually show up and say hello, take pictures, it really is very humbling and a very awesome feeling to know that so many people out there, they're real people. Like, I'm a real person, you're a real person. Sometimes you probably have the same feeling. Maybe when you're watching this, you just think like, oh, this is like maybe like a 2016 version of a TV show. Sometimes reality does not set in. People don't realize that I'm a real person, just like you and me together. We are one. We are this circle of goodness. So when we actually put a face, when I put a face to a view and to a number, there's a very fantastic feeling. So that is what this vlog is going to be about. More events and things like that meetup that I've done. I've done a few meetups in the past, a couple in Florida years ago. The most recent one out there, Justin and I from Live Fast Die Poor did one a couple years ago in Southern California. And Justin from the Justin Scar channel and Live Fast Die Poor Random Land series and I have been talking. You know, we're pretty good friends and we are always discussing new things. And him and I don't want to speak for him, but him and I basically have the same mindset where we want to do a meetup in Los Angeles or Orange County in Southern California. Look at this guy like riding bike on his bike there, and he's got like a stereo. The guy had like a stereo blaring on the back of the bike. It wasn't headphones. He actually had it like mounted on the bike somewhere. It's very kind of loud. So Justin and I have been talking about doing a meetup. We would like to actually do an organized meetup somewhere in Los Angeles or Orange County, California. We want to do it somewhere other than a theme park. We don't want to do it at Knott's Berry Farm. We do not want to do it at Disneyland. And the reason for that is a lot of theme parks frown upon organized meetups. There are a lot of YouTubers who do meetups in theme parks, but we try to adhere to the unspoken policies, especially of Disney, and not actually causing, you know, like a big conglomeration of people there disturbing the normal park operating procedures and things like that. Plus, even vastly more important than that is not everyone can afford to go to Disney. Not everyone has an extra few dollars to actually pay for parking, even if it's at downtown Disney, or to actually go in the park. Not everybody has an annual pass. Not everybody has the cash to go to a theme park. I would like to do it somewhere where it is absolutely free, or at least moderately cheap, a couple dollars or less, preferably free. So if you have any suggestions for Los Angeles or for Orange County, California, somewhere within an hour drive of Disneyland area in Anaheim, then I will definitely take that into consideration, and I'm sure Justin will as well. So stay tuned. A lot of people have been asking, oh, look at this car, look at that old car. Yes, gotta love the orange circle. Just look at the ambiance and the atmosphere, the wonderful sights and sounds and smells. I will also be doing, I posted this last night on Facebook. By the way, thank you for the understanding the tapering back on social media. And I am not abolishing social media at all. That's not what I was trying to say a week or two ago when I mentioned the whole social media, cleansing a little bit. I still am posting on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can still follow me over there. By the way, I hit 10,000 followers on Instagram, which is really cool. But what I've decided to do is not post a million times a day on those social media sites. I've only got to post one time a day, maybe 2 times a day, maybe even once or twice a week. It just depends randomly. I'm going to post things that need to be posted, not what I'm eating, not 15 pictures of inside of a store of something I'm looking at, things like that. I'm not going to try to bog down social media. So that's basically my new mission on social media. But I did post on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram last night an event that I will actually be attending. It's not in California. I will be flying, I will be traveling to the great state of Washington in a little town by the name of Spokane, Washington. On I believe it's May the 14th. Just Google it, or you can go to their website. The name of the convention is Lilac City Comic-Con. And I have asked to be a guest at the Lilac City Comic-Con in May. I think it's about $10 or $12 to go to the convention. They're going to be cosplayers, people dressed up, other people there that you can meet, people writing comic books, artists, all kind of wonderful things on this, I believe it's a Saturday, on this Saturday, and I think it's May the 14th. Do not quote me on that. Please do your Columbo-like research skills and look it up. But I will be there. And the organizers were kind enough to ask me to attend, and they asked, do you want to do like a table? Do you want to do a table where you're there all day? And I opted for the option of, instead of doing a table, I would just wander around, do some filming. I will be filming and doing a vlog from there, but also I will be doing a question and answer and a panel. So basically, anyone that shows up, and if you are anywhere around there within an hour or two, I am inviting you, come hang out with me at this panel at the Lilac City Comic-Con. Show up before and after the question and answer. I will be willing to take pictures, hang out, meet with you guys, do whatever it is that you feel necessary. If you have made the trek, if you have taken time out of your day to attend this Comic-Con, specifically to say hello to me, then I will be more than willing to adhere to what it is that you want to do before and after the panel at Comic-Con. We can wander around, we can look at booths together, we can take pictures, we can do whatever. Just letting you know that I will be there May the 14th. Do not quote me on that. I know it is in May. I should have done my research before I started this unedited vlog. The beauty of these unedited vlogs is it's just one take. So look it up, Google it, or you know what? Someone post a comment down below. Post the Lilac City Comic-Con website below in the comments, as well as what day it will be. Later on, as time goes on, I will actually have a specific time when the organized question and answer and the panel will take place. But I will be there all day long. And I love conventions. I do love conventions. Speaking of conventions, there's a lot of conventions that are coming up in California. There's a lot of horror film conventions that I will probably be attending over the next couple of months. I think most of them start here in April. Here comes another classic car. Look over here. Look at that cool classic car right there. Look at that. That's awesome. See it over there? See that car? So a lot of conventions coming up. A lot of people also have been asking, Adam, are you going to be going to VidCon this year? Which VidCon I think is at the end of June at the Anaheim Convention Center. The answer, 100% is yes. I will be at VidCon here in Anaheim. We'll be there wandering around, which will be super, super cool. So if you're going to be at VidCon, you can also meet me at VidCon as well. I'll be there the whole weekend, which I need to get my tickets very soon for that. I'm pretty excited because a vlogger I've been watching a lot of lately, in my opinion, one of the best vloggers on YouTube is a guy by the name of Casey Neistat, and I think he announced he will be at VidCon as well. So hopefully I can meet up with him, hang out with him for a second, and that would be kind of cool. So he will be there, I will be there. There'll probably be there's a few other YouTubers that will be there that I don't know if they have announced that they are going to be there yet, but it's going to be a fun time. So Lilac City Comic-Con up in Spokane, Washington. VidCon at the end of June. So May we got Lilac City. June we have VidCon. And then of course this will be my 4th year in a row I will be going to DragonCon in Atlanta. DragonCon is probably my favorite convention ever. I don't know what it is, but I love DragonCon. I love going to Atlanta for a week, engulfing myself in the beauty of cosplay, the wonderful downtown ambiance, the crammed amount of people that are there. A lot of fun. So I need to go ahead and get my DragonCon tickets and book my flight for that as well. I will not be driving to the Spokane thing. A lot of people, when I posted last night, said, hey, if you're going to be coming through this area, maybe we can meet up, maybe we can do this kind of stuff. I will not be driving my van to Spokane. I'm flying up for a couple of days. I'll be there on that specific day, and then I'm flying back. So if you're in that area, please, or if you're near Atlanta, DragonCon at the end of August, I think it is, September, still a long ways off, but I definitely 1,000%, good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, if I am on this earth and I have the capability physically to be there, I will 101% be at DragonCon, so that's cool. Gatlinburg I had planned for next month. I've decided to change that, and the reason for that is I have decided, okay, by the way, also, I did a video a month ago where I was asking suggestions about getting a roommate. I have decided against the roommate scenario. I started thinking it through, and I have decided not to get a roommate. In lieu of a roommate, I have had certain friends come to me and say, occasionally we would like to come to Anaheim to go to Disneyland, things like that. There are going to be a lot of people going to and fro through my homestead, so I've created a guest bedroom, what a lot of people are calling the Woodio, and that is kind of how I'm going to opt to have a roommate. It's not really a roommate, but it kind of is a roommate. That way when I'm not there, there will be someone watching over the house, there will be a house sitter, someone protecting the property, stuff like that, and instead of having someone there 365 days a year, it'll only be about, I don't know, a third of the year or half the year, stuff like that. So that is what I have opted to. So if anyone is considering emailing me about the roommate position, please know that that whole thing has been filled and new decisions have been made. Okay, so I've talked about a lot. Man, I've said a lot of stuff. We really talked about nothing, but since I have been tapering back on social media, I feel that I should be telling you guys what's going on in these vlogs as opposed to just posting things, because not everyone is on Twitter, not everyone is on Instagram, not everyone is on Facebook. There are more people, more direct content and more direct knowledge heading your way by just talking about it in these vlogs. AdamTheWoo.Spreadshirt.com. You can find the links down below, as well as AdamTheWoo on page. Gatlinburg, by the way. Gatlinburg I was going to do. I've decided against that for now, but I will be doing it after the spring, maybe into the summer. In fact, this just hit me. This might be a good idea. Maybe I will, this is probably what I'm going to do. This is a good little idea I just had. I might actually, very good percentage of a chance now that I'm thinking about this, when I go to Gatlinburg, when I go to Atlanta for DragonCon, I'm losing my train of thought because there's a lot of cars driving by. Another classic car went by and I just missed it. When I go to Gatlinburg, when I go to Atlanta for DragonCon, maybe I can get there a week early rent a car and drive the 3 or 4 hours up to Gatlinburg, do Dollywood, do all that. That is a good idea. That I might do. That way I can kill 2 proverbial birds. Not that I would ever kill a bird, but they're proverbial birds. What does proverbial even mean? And does a bird ever have proverbiality? And if they died, then I would just say, well, I just killed 2 birds with 1 proverbial stone. That's what I would do with Gatlinburg, Dollywood, Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, that whole area. I could do that and then go before or after in that 2-week period. Yes, I like the way you are thinking, Adam. So that might be the plan. So pushing back Gatlinburg just a little bit, because I was actually going to go early next month. I was actually going to go in March, and a couple people told me it's going to be chilly there. See, when you're in Southern California and you see the sun, you see how warm it is, I'm wearing short sleeves, I'm just assuming that it's this way everywhere, but in reality, there's a couple places around the U.S. that's a little bit chilly, and I have to keep that in mind. So I do not want to be freezing my tuchus off, which is the word of the day. Hashtag tuchus. If you have made it to the 16-minute and 22-second mark, hashtag tuchus. Here's another classic car. Man, you gotta love the orange circle. I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.